outscored, yes, their closest rivals, the Paris Panthers, who finish one place behind them in fourth place, which actually means, in terms of points here this afternoon, it'll be, a 2-point advantage, so it'll now be a 27-point lead after this round. So there's the final results. The Stockholm Hearts take the top spot from the Madrid in Motion. Duisenberg International finishing third and the Paris Panthers in fourth. Valkenswaard United really moved up when you consider where they started the second round, and they end up finishing there in fifth, ahead of the Rome Gladiators, powered by Clip My Horse TV, who get a good helping of points. I have to say, it's like the great escape what the Prague Lions have pulled off here this afternoon. They've lost a big chunk of points with Stockholm winning, but a lot less than they could have ended up losing, and after all they've still managed to take points out of fourth place. That was, of course, the Saint-Tropez Pirates. So it just keeps the game close. There's going to be all that to look at going into
Welcome back to London, welcome back to Global Champions League, and welcome back to GCTV as Peter Fredriksson makes a heroic return to the GCL, recovers from his injury sustained in Stockholm, where he won the GCL stage with Marlon Wyatt Jonsson. He has gone through recovery. He comes back for the team along with Olivia Philipparts. They jump today in the second round and win it once again. Peter Fredriksson, when he is there, the team perform. When he is there, there is that guiding hand, that calming nature that he brings to the team. Take nothing away from Olivia Philipparts, who's been absolutely outstanding. He played a role in that Stockholm victory in the first round and plays a definitive role here today as well. But how and why is it that when Peter Fredriksson is with this team, there is an air of calmness around them? And here they are under what is turning into be slightly overcast, miserable London afternoon. Well, that performance certainly brightens it up, and that performance all of a sudden explodes and blows up the chase for the top four. That hunt for the top four with the Prague Lions and Saint-Tropez Pirates both having relatively off days, and a victory for Stockholm. It is not just about doing well in Global Champions League. It is about cashing in when your opponents do not perform, and that is exactly what Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, have done here tonight. Let's bring up the results and just remind you how it's ended at the end of the afternoon here, live in London. This is how it comes to an end. Stockholm Hearts, your winners here today. Madrid in Motion with a second place finish. Heartbreak for them to lose out and take nothing away from Risenbach International, that could very well have all but secured the championship after finishing ahead of the Paris Panthers here today, and in doing so as well, by the way, a record equaling, shall I say, a record leveling 9th podium finish of the season, leveling that record set back by London Knights a few seasons ago. So we spoke about the importance for Paris Panthers to continue winning. And with them falling behind Risenbach International, we will do the maths and we'll work out just how close they are to now going on to being crowned champions of GCL once again and making it 2 back-to-back championship wins after winning as the Berlin Eagles in 2022, and now arguably one hand on that GCL trophy here in 2023. Risenbach International, record equaling 9th podium this season. It has been an outstanding campaign for Luca Biederman's men, who have continued to redefine, reshape just what the ideal quintessential GCL season is meant to look like. Let's talk about some teams that form outside of the table as we get ready for the podium ceremony that will be getting underway in a couple of minutes' time. Christian Ellman in particular was outstanding today for the Shanghai Swans. Came out, made a horse change, got onto Mandato for round 2, and after difficulty in that opening round in Global Champions League, he came back incredibly strong. Let's hear from Christian Ellman after that wonderful performance with Mandato in GCL round 2.
Christian, what a comeback during round 2. Just talk us through your round.
So it was the total opposite of the first round. Changed horses and it was a bit of a struggle. But I think we managed to hold on to the lead. And then we had a bit of a luck. 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 We had a bit Yeah, Otto had not his best day today, and we didn't find our rhythm. Mandato did totally the opposite. He felt well from the first fence. He worked very hard for me, and we finished clear. What makes me happy, yeah.
Max also finishing clear too. Great for the team.
Yes, very good second round. Very bad first round. That's for sure not enough, but we try to make it next time better.
Do you think it cost you bringing your young horses into the first round?
Yes, for sure. It was. We jumped yesterday. They felt great. My one jumped clear, was placed in the first class. But today was a different situation, and it was not our day. Let's say he is young. He's not every day the same. So it takes a while, but we have to put in also in this situation to make us better and produce for the future is also very important. But the more safe situation would be like Mandato 2 times and up to Chaco for sure also. But they have to jump tomorrow also, so it's always this big question mark.
A lot of tactics going on there. What a great comeback into round 2. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Big smile on the face of Christian Ahlmann. A fantastic recovery in GCL round 2. Moving on to Mandato, saying that it just felt good. It just felt right. And because of that, delivering a very, very strong performance as we get ready for the podium ceremony, the awards ceremony to take place. In fact, we feel the riders might be coming out in a few moments' time. Some here in the crowd already starting to applause. Your top 3 teams of Stockholm, Madrid Emotion and Riesenbach International will be out in a few moments' time. Whilst we get ready for that, let's talk about Rome Gladiators for a while. One of those 5 teams on double clear coming into GCL round 2. Nina Malave and Beth Underhill. Beth making a horse change for GCL round 2 and putting in another very strong performance. Unfortunately, faults in that second round. 8 and 4 saw them finish on 12 penalties. But let's hear from Beth Underhill following their second round performance.
Beth, an unlucky last fence. Talk us through your round.
Yes, that was a bit of a heartbreaker. Nika gave me everything she had. She felt wonderful. She was crisp off the floor. I felt our challenge is always being on the pace, and I felt like she was really with me today and was in front of my leg and jumping across really beautifully. I honestly, I'll have to watch it back, but I thought when I left the ground I was okay. In hindsight, I needed to maybe just push a little more, but I was conscious of, we were on a clear and protected a bit. But listen, I mean, she's still just 10 years old. She's light on, she had a lot of exposure last year, and coming back this year to be stronger and better, it just makes me so proud of her.
And in terms of Nina's round as well, that was also quite costly for the team, having gone double, both clears in the first round.
It was unfortunate. It wasn't how we expected or hoped it would go, but that's show jumping. We gave it our best. I thought Nina did, a terrific job in the first round. She fought hard in the jump in the second round, but it wasn't quite our day.
Well, listen, an unlucky last, but well done overall.
Thank you very much.
Still very proud of her performance, and still a very strong performance from the Rome Gladiators, powered by ClipMyHorse.tv, as we get ready for the awards ceremony to get underway. Your top 3 teams will now make their way into the arena. The veterans have already come in as we get ready to go to the ceremony, to wait for the champagne, to wait for the medals and the trophies to be handed out. So let's close the studio for now and let's go to the awards ceremony as your top 3 teams, and in particular your winners, the Stockholm Hearts, will be celebrated and paraded around the ring with their winners' medals.
Just powered by ClipMyHorse.tv, also moving up into 7th place. Well, here come the top of the line we saw a moment ago. Our top 2, but full marks to the riders involved. Second place today for Madrid Emotion, Michael van der Vleut and Mark Macaulay. And of course they come in as the 2 riders in the second round, but you've also got to mention Jack Whitaker, because Jack's clear round as the under-25 rider for the team that he delivered in the first round, of course, has got a huge way to helping Madrid Emotion up into that second spot here. And then you've got the youth again shining brightly with Riesenbach's team. And again, it's one of the great innovations of the GCL, giving the under-25 riders their opportunity. And ensuring that a team always has one under 25 within its ranks, and then they have to be used at differing points at differing times. When you got the likes of Jack Whitaker and the likes of Philip Schulte top off there, being able to come in and deliver time and time again for their teams, it shows just what great skill they've got and what great futures in this sport there are. Oh, that breeze still blowing, not quite as strong as it was when it blew the planks down, but there's a very happy Peder, I am sure, but we're going to see the team in third. Well, it's another podium for Riesenbeck here, and that is at 9 podiums this season. That ties them up, what with the London Knights as the overall record as well. It's for the GCL, it means they're getting closer and closer to another title, and with 3 rounds to go, it's certainly looking like it's all theirs for the taking, as they've taken another little bit of an advantage over the Paris Panthers with that podium again today. Madrid in motion, back on the podium once again after the win in Miami. They were third in Mexico, second in Saint-Tropez, second in Paris, and now second in London. And it is, though, the second win of the season for the Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M We Love Horses, because it is Peder Fredriksson and, of course, Olivier Philipp-Hartz who come out on top. The win in Stockholm, now the win in London as well. Jan Tops handing over the trophies. They're giving up the trophies to these two. Mark McCauley put in a really strong day, didn't he? I know he had that fence down, but there's lots of ways of looking at it, but actually to jump GRS Lady Amaro twice, he did a very, very strong performance. And actually, just having a little look back, and I'll let somebody else correct me if I'm going to get this wrong out a little bit later, but it actually, Just Be Gentle, Christian Kukuk, was the only horse and rider combination to jump a double clear. I know Harry jumped clear on 2 different horses, if that makes a difference, and of course Olivier did as well. But it's the only horse and rider combination to jump clear, and again that 9-year-old has just shone so very, very brightly. But now it's champagne time, because it is the Stockholm Hearts that get to spray their bottle from the top step of the podium. Well done again to Peder, well done to Olivier. The Global Champions League yet again delivers thrilling competition over the course of this afternoon and into this evening. It has just been unpredictable to the very, very last. Look at that. How much champagne? Good luck getting that out your coats, boys. They'll be straight off to the dry cleaners. What a brilliant, brilliant moment as the champagne goes everywhere. The mascots have certainly enjoyed it, I know that. As certainly I have. It's been an absolute honour and privilege to share alongside you this great competition here this afternoon, the Global Champions League leg in London. Now we can look forward to Valkenswaard, to Rome and to Riyadh, and then of course on to the Prague playoffs. But let's get the regular season out of the way first. And will it be a unfettered run now? You can't believe it won't be for Riesenbeck International. They surely have done all they need to. They're just so consistent, podium after podium after podium. The last time Riesenbeck were not on the podium, here's a little one for you, the last time they were not on the podium was back in Saint-Tropez. There you go, going backwards, Riesenbeck. So third here in London, second in Paris, third here, second in Riesenbeck, third in Corinna, winners in Monaco, winners in Paris. They were third in Stockholm and second in Cannes. So you've got a long time to go back, but at the moment we look forward, the big move of the day saw Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M We Love Horses, win in London. It's their second win of the season, and most importantly as well, the swing on points on the points table has actually seen these two take and carry their team up into the top 4 of the overall standings. Madrid in motion consolidate third, and Riesenbeck International, powered by Kingsland. Well, what more can we say? But on the day that Peder Fredriksson came back, boy, did he show us what we've been missing. Olivier Philippart yet again delivering for his team. But Peder Fredriksson, a absolute superstar of the Global Champions League and the Longines Global Champions Tour, and he has shown us yet again just how good he is. It's been an amazing day of sport here in the Global Champions League, and of course we'll look forward to all that is to come tomorrow. But well done again. Thank you for being with me on GCTV.
How tight is it in the Global Champions League? Well, let me put it into perspective. That one victory for the Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, that 30-point gain for them, all of a sudden completely changes the top four conversation. Coming into London, we spoke about what do they need to do to get back into that conversation. We knew that the Prague Lions and Saint-Tropez were above them, were ahead of them. All of a sudden, a victory later, a maximum point haul later, and Stockholm Hearts move from 6th into 5th, into 4th, and are now all of a sudden in 4th place, occupying that 4th spot, and move Saint-Tropez Pirates down. They move the Prague Lions down, and just behind Madrid in motion, Stockholm Hearts, seemingly out of nowhere, have now jumped into that top 4 spot and are staring down the barrel of a GCL Super Cup semi-final position at the GC Prague playoffs, powered by Airbank later this year. We will bring Olivier Philippart right here. We'll put Peder Fredriksson right here as well. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, will be in the studio in a few moments' time. Stay with us here on GCTV. We take a quick break. When we return, we'll hear from 3rd place and 2nd place, and of course, have the champions here too.
These are some of the hardest shows in the world.
Competing against top of the world.
Each team is required to have one under 25 rider.
If you're good enough, you make it, and if not, then it's a little difficult.
It's not like a car. When it's broken, you bring it to the garage and it's fixed.
It's my special horse.
Yeah, there it is.
He changed my life.
What a start from the championship.
It's overwhelming.
It's a dream come true for me to be here.
The score now rises.
I'm stressed.
You can be on top of the world one week and then at the bottom of the pile the next week.
Ooh, and it comes to a stop.
Jumping good as well.
They always say you're as good as your last round.
Show jumping is down to the finest details.
Not trying to be 5th, just trying to be 1st.
Look at that! Unbelievable!
That one will be hard to beat.
Some of these under 25 riders will be the champions of tomorrow.
This feeling is...
I'm here to win and not just take part.
Welcome back to GCTV. We are getting ready. We are preparing the studio for your winners of London 2023. Peder Fredriksson and Olivier Philippart will be joining me in a few moments' time. We will also be hearing from Madrid in Motion, who I believe are standing by. We'll get to them in a few moments' time. And maybe while we wait for that, let's just remind you what has taken place today of Olivier Philippart and Peder Fredriksson in particular, coming back to a hero's welcome to win once again, finishing in 1st place ahead of Madrid in Motion and Rizomach International, who pick up a 9th podium finish of the season, a record equaling 9th podium finish of the season. We will hear from Madrid in Motion, who no doubt will feel somewhat heartbroken, a bit of a bittersweet moment for them, so close in it, so late, and unfortunately only losing it out right at the end to Stockholm Hearts. While we wait to hear from Madrid in Motion, while we wait to get the Stockholm Hearts in the studio, let's show you what took place with Falkensvart United. Well, John Whittaker coming back, Edwina Tops Alexander coming back for GCL Round 2. It has not been an ideal season for Falkenswart United at all this year. But they continue to plug away. They continue to work hard. And Falkenswart United today with Edwina Tops-Alexander, with John Whittaker, as we mentioned, coming through with a 4 for Edwina Tops-Alexander, a clear in round 2 for John Whittaker. Oh, I beg your pardon, a 4 for John Whittaker in the second round. He was clear in the opening round on Unique de Frampont, but because of that, it continued to just make a wobbly start for Falkenswart United to that second round and really held them back, unable to put together a perfect performance. So, Stockholm Hearts are standing by. They are just outside the studio. We will try and bring them in just a few moments' time as we see a few extra slow-mos of John Whittaker trying to put together a perfect performance. So well appreciated and so heavily applauded by every single fan here in London, as you can imagine, completely idolizing John Whittaker and loving every single moment of him being out in the ring and competing and performing. Paris Panthers, have they ultimately given up their championship fight? One might question that. They needed to be perfect. They needed to win and keep the pressure on Riesenbach International. But unfortunately, finishing outside the podium today, Riesenbach finishing inside the podium, it can all but effectively bring an end to that championship hunt. Paris Panthers today making no changes from a rider perspective. In the first round, I beg your pardon, Gregory Watley then coming in for Ben Mayer in that second round. Harry Smolders making a horse change from Eureka's to Monaco, getting ready for tomorrow's LGCT Grand Prix as well. Harry Smolders, the in-form man, and I'm afraid for Gregory Watley, an ace of hearts, an 8 for him takes Paris Panthers out of contention for a podium and takes them out of contention, arguably, for a championship hunt. Rob Hoekstra and Ben Mayer standing on a kiss and cry and taking a look as to what took place, a front row seat for Paris Panthers, who unfortunately unable to get over the line. Let's hear from Riesenbach International. I believe that they are standing by and giving us some reaction to that record-equaling 9th podium finish in 2023.
Well, with the third podium finishes here today, Christian, I want to start with you. A double clear. Talk us through how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with my horse, for sure. Again, a double clear from her. She did that already in Stockholm, and I think every single time I rode her, I've been on the podium, so very, very happy. And the third place for us, I think we can be very, very happy today. Our goal was to be in front of Paris, and that's what went good today. They finished 4th, we 3rd, so we are still in the lead, and I think now probably 27 points ahead. So roundabout a very good day for us.
You are still in the lead. Can you start to maybe taste victory? Are you starting to dream of that?
I think if you start to smell it too much, something is going to happen. We should be awake. There's 3 more stages to come, but I promise you we will. For sure, that's the big goal for us, to win the championship, and that's what we are fighting for.
Philippe, that is 9 podium wins for you this season, and that actually equals London Knights record in 2018. Just how does that feel?
Actually, it feels really good. Yeah, we're really happy about the podium. But imagine if you're the one who avoids the victory. It makes the happiness a little bit smaller, at least. But yeah, all in all, I think we can be happy with that, and that's the main thing.
And how proud are you of your horse today and the way they jumped?
I think Carla jumped really, really good. As I said, I was the one who who avoided the double clear round. Was not my horse. She really wanted to go clear, but yeah, it's the pair who has to make it, isn't it?
Well, listen, a podium finish, and it leaves you still in the lead in the current standings. Well done.
Thank you.
So that is the end of the reaction to Riesenbach International, a record-equaling 9th podium finish in 2023. And what a performance as well from Philipp Schuser-Topov, the young rider coming in clear in round 1, 4 in GCL round 2, as they get onto the podium and put one hand on that GCL trophy. They are now just basically biding their time to get their hands on the trophy. But joining me live in studio, powered by H&M, well, Stockholm Hearts, Olivia Philipparts, Peter Fredriksson. You are doing my job for me. You are writing fairy tales that I don't need to bother working, Peter. I can just sit back and let you do the job. I mean, this is an outstanding return. How are you feeling emotionally after coming back and putting together another win like that? You must be feeling superb.
Yeah. It's been great coming back, seeing everybody again, get this atmosphere. I really love it, and of course to finish up like this was an amazing evening.
You and I spoke about a little bit of discomfort a day or two ago. Talk to me about when you were in the ring today. Was there any discomfort physically? How did it feel?
No, it feels good. It feels good actually. I'm okay. I'm just going to put something warm around my neck now. I'm okay.
Okay, Olivier, how would you describe this man?
Unbelievable. What do you want to say?
I want more than that. Talk to me about him as a rider, as a team member, having him come back. What does it mean to you, to this team, whenever he does return?
I mean, it's very important. We have been all year round a little bit struggling with enough horses, enough riders to compete always at the maximum level. And then now Peter came for the last couple of shows ready to go, and every time he comes, he performs.
When you have Catch Me Not, people expect brilliance. The irony is that Catch Me Not has a fence down, but talk to me about Hansen, because that's the really exciting partnership I think many people are really enjoying now. Talk to me about what Hansen is doing and how well that's working.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have him back. You know, he's a fantastic horse. He's been off for a while, so he's just came back actually a couple of months ago, and Stockholm was his first big show, and this was his second big show, and he's done really well in both. So I'm really excited to have him back.
So you jump in Stockholm, you win. You jump in London, you win. Olivier, is he going to just jump now until we get to Riyadh? Is that the team plan? Because every time he does, I bring you guys into the studio.
I think as much as possible. I think we're a couple of shows left to go, and I think we really have to focus on ending up in that top 4 spot, and I think we're going to go for it on full force.
The good news about top 4 though is that this victory, these 30 points, bring you into 4th. So not only is it we hope to be in 4, you now officially occupy a top 4 position. That semi-final spot is yours for now as you hold on to it. Talk to me about the importance of staying inside that top 4. What does it mean by the time you get to Prague?
Yeah, we're really happy about today, because this 4th place is really important for us. It could make a big difference in Prague, so we will fight to keep this 4th place.
How did round 2 jump today? Everyone expects round 2 to get bigger, more technical. What did you make of round 2?
I think it was really well built. I love to ride Vastani's courses. I think he's a fabulous course designer, and it's a great ring to jump in. It was a good feeling.
So what I will ask you guys to do, I believe we have your rounds as well. I think we might start with you, Olivier. I want you guys to be able to watch your rounds. Just talk to me and talk us through what was happening in your round here. So if we can get Olivier's round up in particular, if we can start there, have Olivier watch the screen for us and take us through it. In fact, I beg your pardon, we have Madrid Emotion standing by. Let's just get some reaction from them after missing out today with victory in London.
Well, I'm with the team from Madrid in Motion now. Mark, I want to start with you. A clear in the first round, not quite meant to be for the second round, but we didn't see too many clears in the second round. Just how testing was that course?
Yeah, it was quite a tough course. I thought it was big enough, quite technical, with three quite difficult doubles actually. Normally if you have 3 doubles, maybe 1 or 2 of them might be a bit easier, but today we had 3 very difficult double combinations, so I think that was a lot to do with the reason we didn't have so many clears in the second round. Yeah.
Michael, it was a challenging course, but you did go clear for the team. Just a word on the team this weekend, because it's been a great result.
Yeah, also here in London we try to make the best plan, and today we were all 3 part of our second place. Mark jumped both rounds. He rode very focused. His horse jumped very well with an unlucky rail, which can happen, of course. Also Jack with a super clear round, the first round, so he was also a big part of the second place today. And I must say, Beauville, my horse, felt also very well. He was trying very hard, and he gives me the right confidence for tomorrow, the Grand Prix.
And in terms of the team for the GCL moving forward, how confident are you as a team?
Yeah, as I said, the good thing is we have good riders and horses, which is always nice to go to every show, and that we have the possibility to make a very strong team every time again. And sometimes it goes by plan and sometimes not, but that's the sport. And also the legs which are coming up, we try to do the same as here.
Well, Mark, a podium finish today, that's got to be good.
It's always great when you finish on the podium, and we've been lucky to have quite a few podiums this year. It's been overall so far a very good year for our team, so we're happy and confident going into the into the rest of the season.
Well done. Huge congratulations.
Always mixed emotions to finish in second place. You feel like you are right there to another victory, and unfortunately you need to settle for second. But what it does do is maybe cement their place inside the top 4 and all but put Madrid in motion into the GCL Super Cup semi-finals at the end of the year. Back to some reaction now. Olivia Philippons, let's talk about your round. Talk to us about how you and Miro then dealt with this course in round 2.
I think 1 or 2 I had a good start. I decided to go 8 strides, a little short for my horse. And I tried to go smooth around and try to get the first distance out of the turn.
This felt incredibly long.
Yeah.
Did it feel long to you?
No, it was okay actually. And then here the 5 got a little short for me. And then he was becoming very careful. You know, the next couple of jumps I actually had to put a lot of leg on because he was becoming very, very careful. So here was a bit long 6. And the rest was fine. The next line was very complicated for me. I had an oxer, I had a small jump, and I really landed very steep, so I really had to go very long way for the 4. It was really, really long, but...
and there looked stretched. How you
yeah,
got over there?
Really long, but I mean, the horse just jumped it unbelievable well the second one because I got so far away in the 4 strides. And then I just tried to keep it a bit together till the end because he was a bit left and right. I took a bit too much time here. I went outside, took a few strides too many.
Were you worried about the time? Did you feel like you were a little bit slow?
A little bit, but I just thought I'd just keep it together because I know I gotta do it with him. And a little touch in front of the oxer, and then also the 8 got again quite long to the last jump. But yeah, actually the rest was very good, just the middle of the course.
Comfortable, outstanding, smooth, looked very easy, sets it up, puts a clear sheet in there. Then, Mr. Fredriksson, let's take your microphone. That brings you into the mix. You know he's jumped a double clear. You know what's at stake. Let's bring in the performance now of Peter Fredriksson. Let's talk about then what took place today for Global Champions League Round 2. What's going through your mind here?
Yeah, well, Catch Not has the long strides. I took 7 strides to number 2, and then I went inside here for the time. I got a good shot, but I came a little bit deep, and it jumped very good, so it came just a little bit long coming out.
The fault comes early, so talk to us about how this changed your approach now.
No, I thought about keeping the rhythm anyway. It's easy to slow down when you have a fence down just to go a bit safe, but I thought I'd keep the rhythm and make sure we had a good time and hope to stay on 4.
That rhythm is important because you didn't show any signs of being more conservative. You continued with the original rhythm that you have, which could have been a risk.
Yeah, also, but this horse also, he jumps good from the rhythm, so he jumps a bit better. If I would have been clear, probably I would have done 9 on this last line. I did 8 here. Now my plan was maybe to go on 9. I went 10.
Did you feel you had to take 1 out because of the fence?
I did 10 now, yeah. I thought maybe 9, but I slowed down a little bit to make him jump good. And the 8 came out quite comfortably.
Were you confident now coming into that final line that the time was good? Because it didn't look like a big celebration. I wonder if you knew it. Did you know it yet?
Yeah, well, you don't want to be too quick with that celebration because...
You want to check the screen, hang on, wait, and then, all right, there we go.
You want to check the number 1 is really up there before you go up with your hands. So, but it was a good feeling when I saw it. It was enough.
Lovely performance from you both. Let's talk about Valkenswaard in a couple days' time. Will you be in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Olivia is saying, of course, you need to make up some work.
Well, he was actually, I got a lot of good words today, but he was the hero from today with 2 clear rounds. So.
No, he really was. Outstanding from you, by the way. We must make that very clear. You've joked about the heavy workload that you've done for this team, especially over the summer, and you have certainly provided a lot of rounds for them. Do you have a break in sight over these next few stages, or because it's so tight, are you pushing through?
I've got a little bit of a different program the next couple of weeks, so I will not be competing in Valkenswaard, but I hopefully to be back for maybe Rome and Riyadh. So I just leave it to number 1, Peter. He's going to go and do some shows now, and then I'll join a bit later in the season. So
if he's calling you number 1, he's not going to be in the Netherlands this coming week. Who is jumping with you then this coming weekend?
I think it would be me. I think it will be me, Lorenzo De Luca. And then I'm not sure if it's Marlon Bayard or Lady Atwood. We'll see.
Well, again, it's going to be a big weekend. You guys hold on to that top 4 as late and as deep into the season. Let's show you what the standings look like very quickly and remind you as to how it now sits at the end of Global Champions League Stage 12 here in London. This is now what a new look championship looks like. Riesemark International now on 280 points. 27 clear of the Paris Panthers. They continue to hold on to that GCL trophy with a record-equaling 9th podium finish here this weekend. Madrid Emotion stay in 3rd, but the big talking point there is Stockholm Hearts jumping up into the top 4. Varkensvart United moving up as well and making up some ground, as do Monaco Aces, as do Riyadh Blue. But now the big story is victory for Stockholm Hearts. They move inside the top 4, and Razorback International improve on their lead over Paris Panthers. We say goodnight from a Global Champions League point of view, and we say we'll see you in a couple of days' time in Varkensvart. We'll see you in the Netherlands. Bye-bye.
Join the ultimate equestrian experience at the home of show jumping, the Longines Tops International Arena. Witness exhilarating horse jumping along with non-stop entertainment. Don't miss the Longines Global Champions Tour of Valkenswaard from August 18th to 20th.